If you want to add a chain to your CcpNmr analysis project, which contains a non-canonical amino acid, then first of all you need to make sure that you have a so-called ChempComp file for that amino acid. So a ChempComp file is just a type of XML file, and it contains all the information about the bonds, the atoms and everything else within that amino acid. We've got a separate video which explains how you can either download such a file or create your own. So if you don't yet have your ChempComp file, make sure you have a look at that video first. So here I've already got a ChempComp file. It's for phosphoserine, and you can see that the three-letter code for it is SEP. That's the so-called CCP code, and that's going to be important in a moment. So in order to be able to use this phosphoserine in my peptide, I first need to add this ChempComp file, this XML file, into my project. So I can just drag it in. You can also use file load data. At the moment we're not getting any feedback, but I think we might add a little message to tell you that it's been added. Now we need to go to our chains section on the sidebar and double click on new chain. And here you can enter the initial information as usual. Now if you want to use a non-canonical amino acid, you're going to have to enter your sequence in the CCP code format. So for normal amino acids that would mean ALA, ARG, SIR, etc. Now I actually think it's easier to do it in the one-letter code, so that's what I'm going to do for the moment. And then I can actually right-click and copy all of that as CCP codes, and then I'm going to paste it in here. And now I'm just going to go to the position where I want to add my non-canonical amino acid, and I'm just going to replace that with SEP. Now if you click on this little 1, 2, 3 button, then it will format the sequence for you and put in the little numbers. But if you had something for which you didn't have the CCP code in here, it would come up red. So reduced to threonine, THO for instance, would come up as an error. Okay, so once I've got everything as I want it, then simply press OK, and you've got your sequence. And here is my phosphoserine, and you can see here all the correct atoms have been added. If I now save my project, then you can see that here in this CcpNv3 folder, under CCP and molecule, I've now got this new folder called ChempComp, and there is a copy of my phosphoserine ChempComp file, and so that is now always accessible within that project. If I wanted to use it in a different project, I'd have to import it again to start with. So obviously if you've got several non-canonical amino acids in your peptide, simply add all of those in, enter them into the sequence, and off you go.